You all have successfully collected the heretic Talos Ivo and made your way back to the Lucky Strike on L1. Judge Buchanan Rex, heavily injured by servo skulls. But you are here, you've completed your mission. There is no trace of the Rosette left on this world. I think the biggest question for me is, what do you do with your prisoner, Morgan?
Yeah, Morgan's first two thoughts are, where are we going to put this prisoner? And also before that, can we get out of the system? Can we jump somewhere else? I know that there was Mechanicus looking for this guy, and also the Arbites on this planet. I don't want to just be hanging out in atmosphere after a ship left the ground, got up here. If we can get just somewhere else before we debrief everything, that would be ideal.
Avarice nods to you and says, "Oh, yes, I can do that right away. I'll give the order to Nav 4.
Perfect. Get us out of here." And then
He trundles off.
Turn back. Do we have a prison on this ship? Do we have somewhere to put him?
You do not have a prison on this ship currently, so what do you want to do with him? You know you have crew quarters. You have the ability to lock those doors because you have the overarching control of this Lucky Strike from the inside. You've also got Closet, who could put something together if you wanted. There are options.
Yeah, I think the concern is if this was a normal person, we could just put him in a room. This is a heretic. This is a person who could fuck around with the ship potentially if left by himself or unaware. So I think she would want to go over to see Closet about this before making a decision. So we're leaving the heretic chained up in L1 right where he was until we make final decisions about
Are you
this.
leaving someone to supervise him, or is he just being left chained up? Are there any orders you relay to the rest of your crew?
Solomon, he'll jump all over. I will guard the prisoner, Morgan. Please. Leave him in my capable hands.
Wonderful, Brother Solomon. That will be perfect for now. We will find a place for him long term, but in the meantime, please keep an eye out.
Fantastic. Judge Rex, you are injured, and the only medical facilities on board are with Closet in his storage wing. Would you join Morgan on this quest to go meet Closet?
Leave the ship. Leave our...
L1 is on board the Lucky Strike. So the Lucky Strike is like your big ship. L1 is like your transport ship. So right now, Talos Ivo is on board L1.
Right.
Solomon is staying to supervise. Morgan is going to meet Closet on your larger ship.
Right. So, I need healing. I need the sweet, sweet healing powers, the juices. So anything to get off the ship. And also, hopefully, one of the Mechanicus, perhaps Avarice, can also fix up Rex too.
Fabulous. So you're on your way to visit Closet with Morgan.
Perfect.
Damien, what are you up to?
If there's no orders or anything like that for Damien, he's just going to go to his room, I think.
Listen to Adam's Song by Blink-182.
Yeah. Crank it.
All right, you're on your way to your room. So, Morgan, you are leading the way to meet Closet. It's not a super long distance from this hangar to the loading bays because you kind of want this all close together if you're going to bring some small, cargo on board.
Yep.
Closet immediately answers the door. Hello.
Hello, Closet. I have a few items that I would like you to address, but first off, I would like to say thank you. I wanted to extend my thanks for you doing such good work under extenuating circumstances and processing so much data that I sent to you.
Wow. Thanks.
Yes, I know that this is abnormal for one of the Inquisition to say such things, but I do very much appreciate your work, and I will continue to call upon you. So please continue to do good work.
I will operate with optimal efficiency as I always do. This is my first thank you. It is inefficient, but makes skin feel warm.
Perfect. All right. So, the judge would like his dog repaired, and himself and his armor, as well as I.
So I am repairing in order of priority Rex 2, Judge Buchanan Rex, Judge Buchanan Rex's armor, and you.
Apologies, I'm not used to working with Mechanicum. The order of priority is priority number 1. I need a place to put Talos Ivo, the heretic. I need a place to put him that he will not interfere with any of your workings of the ship, and where he can stay locked away until we need him.
What are his capabilities?
I do not know that. All we know is what information that we have from the data spike. I would leave it to you to see, but I don't know if that could possibly harm you in some way.
I have been able to separate out the scrap code. Oh, look.
Perfect. Then, after that, the judge is injured, as am I. Our human forms need repair. That is priority number 2.
Allow me to do a visual scan. He's going to look you up and over. He looks at you. What's your total HP and how injured are you?
I have 16 HP out of 24. So, and she was shot. There is a gaping hole through her armor and her coat that you can just see a big hole in her abdomen.
You are operating at 66% efficiency. I will give you nanobot treatment.
Perfect.
These are forbidden for General Mechanicus. Don't tell anyone.
We won't tell anyone, will we, Judge?
Judge just gives a nod.
And Closet scoots forwards on his anti-grav generators up to you, Morgan, and jabs you in the stomach with a large needle that protrudes from his body. It pulls back out, and you immediately start feeling better. You know that you will have fully recovered by tomorrow.
Thank you, Closet. That is much better.
You're welcome.
And the judge is in poor health.
Engaging visual scan.
I'm quite bloody.
He seems fine.
No, I'm not fine.
His metabolism is excellent.
Mechanicus.
Rejuvenate effective.
Yes, he's lived a long time at this age. That is true, but
I plan on living much longer. I need healing.
People at his age work this inefficiently, regularly.
there's a lot of his blood that is outside his body.
That happens to the elderly.
What?
Maybe we need to circle back. Maybe something else. And can you fix this dog?
Mechanicus, fix my canine companion.
Oh, yeah, no problem. He takes the cyber mastiff over, and you see mechadendrites come out of him. He's quickly working on a tool bench. He just drills, saws. There's a welder that comes overhead, and he says, "Complete!" Rex 2 jumps off the table, fully functional with all his plates repaired, seemingly better oiled and shining than he was before.
Good, Rex 2. Heal. All right, Mechanicus, if you won't heal me, then I'm going to wander the ship and find the health resources myself.
Your biological form is acceptable, but let me check your augmetics. Oh, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. And he brings you over to his table and says, "This will be extremely painful. Would you prefer to be psych blinded?"
No.
Okay. And immediately you start feeling mechadendrites jabbing into your major organs. These are all the thicker steel needles, not like an injection one, but we're looking at those kind of the bone marrow extraction style needles jabbing in, but you feel them connecting with individual parts and shocking you from the inside, working through your gold bone, other bones in your body as you can feel the augmetic systems activate. Then as they withdraw, you find yourself feeling refreshed. Judge, you find yourself feeling almost younger, more effective. It's almost as though you did have some rust on those bones, and now your augmetics are operating more efficiently. As Closet pulls back and says, "Much better. You will be operating significantly more efficiently. Your augmetics were old and bad. Now they're better." And I'm going to give you some cards for some abilities that you didn't use because you were too old. Not because you didn't remember them in the previous mission. But Del made you some spell cards for abilities you may not have spotted on your sheet, including Second Wind, where as a bonus action you can regain hit points.
Yep. That would have been handy. Yep.
Tactical Mind, where you can use a Second Wind to adjust a die roll by adding to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's Action Surge, where you can take a second action on a turn. You can cash that one in. There is Improved Critical, where if you roll a 19 or a 20, it's the same as rolling a 20.
That's right. That's right. Would have been helpful.
There is one that I will take full blame for. You didn't check your sheet, but I did give you wrong advice, which is you have weapon mastery on 3 weapons, so you did have access to Vex on your pistol, so you made note of that. Good to know. And then there was one that I forgot to give you during character build, so this one's completely on me, but for some reason in the player's handbook it says at level 3 and lists an ability, and then the next ability just says at level 3 and is another ability where I thought they would be in one category. But you are a remarkable athlete now. You were then, but now, really. Which means you have advantage on initiative rolls and all athletics checks.
Thank you.
Your augmetics are now fully functioning again. You feel yourself, it's like you're 200 years younger.
Wow. Oh, my. It's like I was on a rotisserie spit with just love pouring over me.
Come on.
That
He says
suggests brain
internally.
malfunction. He is very old. See, his mechanical parts are great.
Wait, is
biologically Swiss cheese.
Is my so this it made no sense. I get it.
It made a very specific kind of
made a
sense
lot of
that I
sense.
know you weren't trying to make, which made it extra unusual.
So I'm still at
Mechanically,
18?
you are fully healed.
Oh, okay, good.
It is the start of a new day for you, and we've given you the cards for your abilities so you'll remember to cast those in future.
Great. I'll just wipe the blood off with my hand from my brow and everything.
See, he feels excellent now, but blood still leaks. This is normal for the old.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for doing that. And also this. Morgan pulls out from her back of her belt. She has her broken servo skull Romeo, and she hands him over to Closet. If you would please repair this and see if you can salvage any of the footage, I will come back to get him from you.
Okay, I'll do what I can. Takes the servo skull from you. You've given him advantage on his check to see if he can repair this skull by giving him time.
Oh, perfect. That's what we want.
Nice.
Nice.
Truly, I wish you to deal with the heretic first, and I will discuss more with you later.
Please have him brought to me. Who should I request that from?
Oh, Solomon has been looking after him. I'm certain he can handle that.
Brother Solomon, please bring me the heretic.
Oh,
And
I
we-
thought this was in a different room.
It is.
It is in a
Oh.
different room,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's got the microbead access to you because
I
you have a
see.
microbead.
Sure.
So the camera pans further back through the lucky strike to you, Brother Solomon, where you've been standing over Talos Ivo, who looks up at you. He says, "So do you want to be friends?"
No, of course not. We cannot be friends. You are a heretic.
But you're protecting me so generously.
No, you are confused, and you are trying to confuse me.
I am?
Yes.
Oh,
this
I'm
is
so sorry.
No. This is not weird. I'm not communicating any longer with heretics. My mission is to guard you to protect the Emperor's mission.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, see, you are protecting me. You just said that. You're guarding me.
His brow continues to furrow deeper and deeper as he goes, but it's not it's not for you. It's for the mission. You are as an object to me.
Oh, so I'm your mission?
No, in a way, yes.
Oh, wow. That's really flattering.
Well, that isn't how it's intended. It's not. No, and he turns away from him.
Oh, something over there?
I am looking for threats.
Oh, okay. See any?
No, but corruption is everywhere.
Oh. Like with the psyker?
No, that's different.
Did you see him grow warp horns and warp eyes?
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's traditionally considered pretty corrupt.
That's, of course, what a corrupt person would say. You stay out of my mind, Talos.
I'm not in your mind. I'm just on a chair.
And that's where you will stay.
Oh. That's
Stuck
when you hear,
in the chair.
I was gonna say, that's when you hear a voice in your head. Please bring me the prisoner, Sullivan.
Warp! It's everywhere. And he will. He'll grab him. Come on.
Huh?
We have to go.
I thought I had to stay in the chair.
No, you once again are wrong.
Yeah, it happens to me a lot. Let's go.
Yeah, no, you don't tell me to go. I tell you to go.
Do you want to do these shackles or are you going to carry me?
Is he how badly shackled is he?
He's fully shackled, like hands to feet. There's no chain in between. He's trapped so he can't move.
Solomon rolls his eyes and picks him up.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, that's fine. Let's go.
I really appreciate that.
Don't, please stop talking.
Oh. Can you roll me either an intimidation or a persuasion? What do you think the tone is?
Yes. Sorry. First, I'm putting away these piss dice so they don't. They're going to
Contaminate.
You don't want
poison my rolls.
You don't want to piss up this conversation.
Yes, with their reeking powers. Get away. Get away from
Freaks of piss dice in here. Yeah.
What is that? Is that piss dice? Sorry, what was that?
Can you roll me either a persuasion?
Persuasion.
Or an intimidation? You're so lost in side jokes, you've abandoned the scene.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've had a lot of coffee today. Things are grim. I'll do persuasion. He's going to persuade him.
He said please.
Yeah. He's very
Please.
persuasive. Great start, Del. 3.
Dell gave him new dice.
I told you not to.
So it's a 7. 7 persuasion.
I'll try.
He's resolute. He's
Ooh, a
not
new
talking-
corridor.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Stop narrating. Stop it.
Can you roll me persuasion?
Please. Just be quiet. Oh God. Is that okay, good. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
He remains silent. And you bring him into the storage bay where closet is in place. Morgan and Judge Rex, would you be here for prisoner transfer or are you exiting?
Morgan's going to wait around to make sure this goes okay.
Yeah, also.
Oh, new friends, he says as you carry Talos Ivo into the room.
Solomon to the group. Be careful. This corrupt heretic will try and poison you with his acid words. He's in my mind.
Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do at all.
He takes Morgan aside. Don't listen to him.
Thank you very much for handling this, Brother Solomon.
Scanning the prisoner to determine capabilities. He may have unknown powers, but he seems mainly human normal.
You're certain of that, Closet?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right. So it would be fine if we put him in a cell.
Yes, if you would require a cell built. I was originally planning on chaining him to the floor where he sits.
Adequate.
Yes, that will be perfect. Just do that then.
Just a moment. Goes over to do a quick weld. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, I guess I'm going to be staying here for a while. Whose room is this? These are my facilities. Oh, I hope we become fast friends.
Mm-hmm. Brother Solomon, you may be right about the speaking. Is there something you could do about that?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying not to listen at all. His acid words have infiltrated my brain. Do we have I don't have any aside from strangling. So his hands go up in the strangle motion, then he pulls it down. Perhaps a gag of some sort.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. Is there any kind of scrap gauze or something like that in the medical area that he could?
Roll me a perception with disadvantage.
Oh, great.
Oh, this is great.
He's got this. It's nothing but a sterile metal room. Of course, it was a natural 20, but the first one was a 6. So that is an 8 total.
There's nothing here that seems to meet those needs, but you could tear off part of your sacred undershirt.
Of course. The Emperor's protective garments will serve multiple purposes. And he'll rip a swath of something off that'll work as a gag.
Sorry, the judge is having fun with this because it's a newbie, this champion who is sacrificing his own clothing for the benefit of a prisoner not talking. And it's just, you probably can't read it, but there's a wide smile inside of my face. Just look at this fucking idiot. What is he doing?
I'm sure Solomon would read that as the judge approves. He approves of me silencing the heretic. Yes. Excellent.
Oh, I'm getting gagged. Okay. Wow, this is going to be a fun ride.
There.
Peace, finally.
All right. I suppose everyone can rest in your quarters for now. I will call everyone when we know what we're doing next.
The judge is just going to nod and go, Rex 2, go fetch. And I throw my little hollow grenade down the hallway and I walk after him.
He's gone.
Damien, were you there, or did you just
He went
I went to my
room?
room.
I
I went to my room and I'm playing loud music.
Loud rock music.
Loud religious rock music.
Christian rock. Yes.
It's Christian stomp. You know what's going on. It's just,
Morgan, could I interest you in a game of regicide? I have regicide.
Yes, you do. Perhaps Damien would wish to play with you. I unfortunately have other tasks I need to attend to.
He looks momentarily hurt, and then, like for a flash, and then he powers through, and he'll get on the microbeat. Damien, could I interest you in a game of regicide? I have regicide.
So Damien was in his quarters.
Yep.
Self-flagellating for all that,
just whipping himself.
for all the
right?
warp magic he was using, trying to balance the scales a little bit, not lean too far into the warp, and so
He doesn't want to play regicide.
he's not super into playing regicide right now. But I
Sure.
think even just like the response is like he doesn't sound like he's doing good. He sounds worse now than he did when we arrived in L1, and he'll say, "I don't have time for games, Solomon."
And I think the same momentary flash of disappointment. And he he doesn't want to push anybody. He's just trying to make friends. So I think then he won't respond and he'll turn, Closet, would you like to play regicide?
Unfortunately, I've been given a task of repairing a servo skull. Perhaps you would like to play with the prisoner. You look over at Talos Ivo going,
Solomon is going to Charlie Brown walk back to his own room.
all right, everybody is going back to their own rooms. Morgan, you know you need to write up a report on what happened on this mission. Is there anything else you are planning on doing in your quarters or for general prep? You know you've got plenty of time to rest. It was a long day for everyone. You were in a combat zone for an extended period of time. You're all going to be sleeping, but is there anything you want to do before you crash?
Yep. Morgan will want to look over and start working on those reports. And the other thing that Morgan wants to do is, because since we don't have a prison, I'm assuming the ship does not have a chapel.
Correct.
So I think she'd work on her reports to give Closet time to work on the servo skull, but then eventually wants to make her way back to Closet because she wants to ask if he has anything basically to adorn our room so we can make the furthest room away from the rest of the people a little chapel room for everyone to be able to pray in.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Roll me a religion. The reason you're rolling this is you're requesting help from Closet, who has a different religion than yours, and you don't actually know that much about religion. So I'm
100%.
interested to know
We'll
how
see where
helpful the
this-
two of you are
Yes.
in building a chapel the others might recognize as a chapel.
Yes. Okay, an 18. I'm
18,
at
pretty
plus
good.
0, so that's what I rolled.
Wow.
All right. You end up winning out. So Closet will put together a quick chapel. You got 18. It will have 4 items in it. Because you were the one who reached out to Closet and you rolled better than him on religion. What are the 4 things Morgan would put in a chapel? You know it's going to be one of the crew quarters because that's what's available, unless you want to give it a storage bag, which I don't think you want to do.
No,
Question
not
mark?
that big. I want it to
Great.
be like a 1 or 2 person chapel kind of thing.
Great,
Like
yep. So
individual.
One of the
in.
crew quarters, there are plenty. Only 3 of those are being used. Only 4 of those are being used currently because you have one for each of your companions as well as Avarice. So there are 4 that are still available. So one of those will be converted into a
Perfect.
chapel. What are the 4 items you're putting in the chapel?
We are putting candles. We are putting.
I'll give you candles for free.
Oh, yay.
I mean, we're talking
Ooh.
features. We're talking like
Specific. Okay.
something Closet would have to make or machine for you to put into the chapel.
Wonderful. Okay, I would like a big Inquisition symbol
Okay.
because Morgan is a little. Aquilas are great, but she has some personal beef with them. So I think a big. We're here for the Inquisition. That's who's leading this big Inquisition symbol. Probably some kind of tiered step or something that you could kneel on and genuflect on. Be a big part of it.
Okay.
I think also some kind of like back shelving feature to be able to put more stuff in, like a display behind and to the sides of this, so that there can be more stuff put in the chapel. And then I think the other thing would be some kind of like implements for prayer, whether that's, for self-flagellation or...
What would Morgan see as an implement for prayer? Because I don't think Morgan would necessarily think of self-flagellation as a religious activity,
Morgan
or would she?
would think of that only because that is what Valentine had suggested when dealing with things that were chaotic or psycho-related.
Okay, that makes sense.
Back in the day, that was... When she had experienced psyker things with Valentine, the first thing that he did is he was like, talk to a priest, and self-flagellation. It helps get rid of heretical psyker stuff.
Fabulous. So you are adding an Inquisition symbol,
Yep.
a kneeling step,
Yep.
a display case, and self-flagellation gear.
Yep.
Fabulous. The most Inquisition chapel one could imagine.
That's true.
So you have that in place. In terms of your report that's being prepared for Valentine, is there anything you would leave out? Because I think that's the easiest way rather than trying to have you recall or improvise the entire description.
No, I don't think there's anything that she would leave out. She would make sure that everything is in this report, even some of her own personal feelings about it, because she's writing it like she's talking to him directly, and she trusts him so fully that it would be literally everything that she experienced and thought. Because in her mind, it's also a black box that if something goes wrong, if she does end up dying and Damien takes over or something like that, this Valentine will get the full picture of what has occurred up to that point to use moving forward.
Yep. In terms of these personal opinion footnotes, can you roll me a D8?
Yeah. It's a 7.
It's a 7. Okay, we're going to divide by 2 and round up. It's going to be 4.
Okay.
What are the 4 biggest footnotes that you, Morgan, include? And I'd be happy to hear them in her voice as kind of like you finished your report, it's all there, and what are the 4 thoughts that you include kind of as your subscript of these are the big emotional things that you did not say during the adventure. So kind of the same way Valentine and perhaps the audience will just get a little bit more of a journey into Morgan's head here. What are Morgan's biggest concerns or successes or whatever has hit her emotionally?
Yeah, one of the main ones out of the gate, I think for Valentine in particular, would just be, it was the first time that I flew a ship not in simulation or under specific controlled circumstances. It was exhilarating, and also I appreciate so much the tutoring you sent me on that. I never thought it would be something I'd be good at, but that, along with the help of Damien's shields and the team working together, it was a very powerful asset to my skill set. Thank you. I think that
I was going to say, if you want the rest of this, it could be interesting if you're thinking of things to leave footnotes on. You do have 3 more companions and 3 more notes.
That is
so if
true.
you wanted to include your personal opinions of each person in a report to the Inquisition, that might give you some guidance here. I'm not going to force your hand on this.
No.
I just came up with it now, and it could be fun.
That makes sense. It's also an interesting thing because obviously Morgan wants to debrief everyone. And maybe even as she's making this report, she's thinking to herself, I want to talk about the chapel to everyone. I want to debrief everyone. But one of the things she's thinking that she wants to do is to get everybody's opinion of everybody else privately. So this is her putting her opinion first on top of this report.
To
and
make
then,
sure it's not flavored by their take on themselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then later can do that. The judge, he's an interesting man. There is a lot that does not make sense to me. I think over time I will figure it out more, but a man who is so black and white, so particular about following the rules. But obviously he was blackmailed by the Inquisition because he broke a huge rule. And it seems that one of his fears is that other people will find out and judge him as he has judged others. He's more of a wild card than I expected, but his instincts on the battlefield and his ideas are different from mine and very, very interesting and helpful. I'm excited to learn more about him. Then Solomon, Brother Solomon. Valentine, you mentioned this planet, Promethea, has a lot of crusaders coming from it. I must say I am beyond impressed. I've never seen a man literally shine with the light of the Emperor. He is almost childlike in his bearing, but his abilities, miracles just follow him. And he is so pure. I only hope that he does not become too corrupted by our goals and the things that happen in the future. I will try to protect him because the Emperor's light is pouring forth from him. And then Damien. Damien Proxima the Psyker. Interesting. I see why you grabbed him off the battlefield. The fact that he is a psyker and sees himself as heretical, but yet he is still holy and religious. He cares. He's fighting against it, but I can tell he cares. I thought I might be lost on the battlefield, and I let the ship's mechanicus know that were I to die, I would like him to be in charge. I will need to specify some sort of code word or something else in case they all decide to kill me. But I do think that Damien, if he could grow up a little, would be a very good follower and future asset for you. I will try to protect him. He is very powerful.
And those are the notes you leave. After action report is done, is there anything anyone else should be doing other than obviously, Damon, you're flagellating
I'm
yourself?
busy. Yeah, I got
You're booked up for the night.
Yeah, my schedule is slammed, guys.
Rex, you've been playing with Rex too. Is there anything else you would do before you kind of settle into your bunk for the night?
Yeah, I'm going to look for more like med stims, like any kind of more supplies. Yes. So I guess I'm just, Avarice is another older gentleman. So I would just beckon him. And
what do you need, Judge?
Well, I'm wondering, medical supplies. For the next mission, I'd like to come in with some resources at hand. So, what do you have?
I don't traffic in illicit drugs, Judge.
All right. Disappointing. Do you have any bandages or any more analog supplies I could bring with me?
Oh, no, I'm the savant, sir. That would be something to perhaps discuss with Closet. I'm just an old man, sir, with half a brain.
fuck me. Player guy. What? Okay. Well, he doesn't really trust these Mechanicus like that much.
Perhaps he could add some new augmetic to your already impressive count.
I don't know if I trust Closet enough for my well-being. Sure, he's been able to upgrade me to a certain degree, but it's an unpleasant experience, and I don't think he respects the old guard machinery that exists within me, if that makes any sense.
Yes, he does look down on old technology. Well, not so much old, some of that is religiously important to him, but inferior technology. He's been working with some of the Inquisition's finest.
Well, then, just tell me, where's there a port window? I'd like to gaze at the stars before I call it for the night.
Oh, yes, Judge, come with me to the cockpit.
And he walks you to the cockpit where there are servitors installed, one of which is kind of pulled up and away into the ceiling. You can see it's powered down. The other is actively piloting the ship, but there are big bay windows that you can look out to see the galaxy around you.
Great. I'm going to have Rex by my side. He's been following me, place my hand on his head. It's just a little calming routine as I gaze out at the stars. It's been a while since I've been able to take it in. And he's just going to say something, recite a little poetry to himself. He's going to say something along the lines of,
Stars, stars, they are very far. Look into them. They are far. The hollow light of a dwindling star. The perils of the warp are not too far. Well, Time to go to bed. so fucking stupid.
Good timing, sir. I was going to join you with the second verse, but perhaps it's better that we call it a night. We'll lower the shutters and then send the lucky strike into the warp. You are seeing the stars for the last time before we journey once again into hell.
Wait. One last thing.
Yes, sir.
Can I make sure the warp field is not going to go crazy on us? I want to check that.
Sir, how do you plan on doing that? Do you want to look through the glass? You know where it is.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the glass and tap on
Please
it
don't
again.
do that, sir. Please don't. Stop.
Yeah, I'm just
Don't do that, sir.
Just got to make sure. All right.
I gotta roll something with this one. Oh, there we go. Now, Judge, I don't want to speak out of turn, but the prisoner that you brought on board, have you read his file, sir?
I didn't look at it too thoroughly.
Well, the heretic, Talos Ivo, was brought on board. His history is with Geller field experimentation. Have you looked at the results of his studies?
I have not. What did they say, Avarice?
The experiments that were underway were forbidden by the Mechanicus, though of course that is an inferior religion when compared to the Ministorum. He increased the effectiveness of the Geller fields that he experimented upon by 30 to 40% of their base consistency and function with 0 failures, sir.
Interesting. Then how did he fall astray of the guiding light of the Emperor?
Experimenting on Geller fields is a crime punishable by death, according to the Mechanicus. So obviously that's outside of the Lex Imperialis, because that is a Mechanicum decision, but they frown on experimentation, believing things must remain exactly as they are. It would appear this Talos Ivo falls into more of, shall we say, the new school of Belisarius Call, who is changing things within that. So he is a heretic in their eyes, and thus the Imperium's, but doesn't actually appear to be, in terms of the Lex Imperialis, a heretic. If you would like this field to be improved by 30 to 40% efficiency, we're probably safe in letting him work on it.
No, I think we best not tamper with things then if it ultimately goes against what the Emperor desires, even though it is under the auspices of
His dual identity is the Omnisire, yes.
Yes, the machine god. But it's given me a lot to think about.
Well, that's good, sir. I will say then, please don't touch the glass. This is the
My
only
hand's
thing.
been on it the
Don't
entire
take it
time.
down. Take your hand down, please. This engine is the only thing between us and being torn apart by the demons of the warp, sir.
Well, I'm still glad it has an integrity to it. I will sleep a little safer tonight. As you were, Avarice. Come on, boy.
And he goes off with you to rest in your bunk. Solomon, you've had a hell of a journey. Coming from Promethea, things were clear. You know those 20 pages back to front. And you have had success in the field. You've managed to justify most of the things. You have a couple of small conditions that you're a little concerned about your friends and these beats that we've started to add for your tracker. But there is this question of the people on your team not wanting to be your friend and this heretic wanting to be your friend, just his acid words pouring into your mind. What do you do knowing that you have met a heretic and he has burrowed inside you somehow for these brief moments?
I think, or Solomon, I think when he gets back to his room after nobody wants to play Regicide, which, like you see it, like I was saying, like that momentary flash of like genuine disappointment as he's got that kind of like golden retriever energy and he's looking for somebody to play with and nobody wants to. And so he goes back to his room. But I think Solomon, the way that Solomon is always going to look at these things is that these are all Solomon's failings. You know what I mean?
No.
Like he's not doing enough. He's
These
not
are his
trying hard enough.
labors,
These
yeah.
are his labors. So if Damien and if the judge, if they don't like him, if they're not playing regicide, you know what I mean? If he's not doing enough to like bring the team better. So I think he's getting into his room. He's going to just like he's going to lay down in bed. He's going to take out the 20-page Bible and he's just going through it. He's looking for verses that could be relevant, but he's concerned too in that same failing that he's not. If the words of this heretic that he's only met for like 15 seconds can freak him out that badly, he's gonna, he's got to redouble his devotion. He's got to redouble his efforts. And I think within like the sadness melts away.
So can you
fast.
roll me a
Yeah.
religion?
Sure, I'm religious as hell. Except in this scenario, in which I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. Your feelings things can melt away. You find one sentence. You don't find a full passage. You don't find like the paragraph that describes the situation that's a perfect metaphor for you, but you just find that one sentence where it's the phrase that when you can look at it, because you've only had 20 pages, so you really know these sentences. You had to review to find it, and like the comma placement could matter. But what is the one phrase that you take away from this reading that helps those concerns melt away? What's your guiding principle for rejoining and reforging this team into one whole?
I think so, and it's sort of it's a cliche, and it's one of the few things I think in the Ezekiel's Bible that was written correctly. But I think he's always going to go back to, "Blessed is the mind too small for doubt." So he's always like, he's the more you learn about the environment, the more you see, the more you take in, the more opportunities you have to become corrupted. And it's always about just focusing inward. He's got to focus on Solomon. He's got to make friends. He's got to do all this stuff, but he's not gonna, he's not the judge going to the Geller field. He's not checking on, the other things. He's like, read these 20 pages, learn these 20 pages. He's going to do some push-ups. He's going to like focus. And then he's like, I got to get a good night's sleep. He's like, if I don't sleep well, then I'm not going to be able to perform. This is like, he's going to drink a bunch of water before he goes to bed. Like he's going back to his like simple routines because these are the things that have worked before, and there's no way that they won't work again.
Yeah, considering that failure is a possibility, that's just doubt.
That's doubt.
And thinking about a time you thought you might have doubt.
Heretical.
Thinking at all.
Corrupt.
Doubt. Corrupt.
Cut
and you
it out.
fall asleep. All 4 of you fall asleep having completed your mission, falling into an attempt after the combat zone, after the horrifying things you had to do, after the horrifying things you had to experience and witness, trying to find a moment of solace and peace in the night. But as the lucky strike enters the warp, that is not what you find there. What you find there are your own personal hells.
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of players Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbot, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside our Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC.com. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR. All of their music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents of the Inquisition, and join us next episode. Rabute Gilliman himself commands it.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia Delos Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN,
Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adamir 101, The Dankler, Anti-Core 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Eberly, the Yes Bud of improvisational comedy, Lord Taser, Funky Stevie, J. Robert the Mad Fox, Dagger Rain, Derek Wintenberg,
and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.